Evening all, how's it going? Chris Goodman, Mark O'Hare here. We love betting. The last video of 2015, Christmas tree in the background, of course. We're in some cauldron in Holborn, some cold office, which, yeah, shit. But anyway, we're talking Football League, of course, and Mark, you're off to Winter Wonderland tonight in Hyde Park, which is massive and good fun, and you're off to Italy with your lovely girlfriend next week for her 30th birthday. Yeah. I'm sure they really want to hear about this. But anyway, I'm off to drinks tonight with ex-colleagues, and I think it's about 2 to 1 I got a snog. So yeah, let's,
Yeah, I think you're being a bit harsh on yourself though.
Yeah, I always am. Anyway, that's...
Knowing who's going to be there, but anyway, that's another story.
Well, I've tasted a few of them as that. Anyway, game 1, Huddersfield against Bristol City. Yeah. Huddersfield, of course, now managed by who?
David Wagner, Jurgen Klopp's best mate and former assistant at Borussia Dortmund. And it looks like his philosophy, his ways, his approach are starting to be implemented quite quickly, judging by what he's been saying in the press and results as well. They lost 2-0 at home to Middlesbrough in the last game, or in the last home game. And Aitor Karanka actually came out and said after the game he wouldn't have known who was second in the table and who was struggling in the relegation zone. Huddersfield were very impressive, dominated possession, created the most chances, but still they just couldn't find a way through past Borough, but actually restricted Borough to just 3 shots across 90 minutes, which was very impressive. And then last weekend they went to 6th place Birmingham, and they beat them 2-0 away from home. And Birmingham only had 2 shots on target in that game as well. Again, Huddersfield dominated, created the most chances, put 2 away this time. So they're going in the right direction, if you ask me. And Bristol City, the complete opposite, really. I think it's 3 wins now in 19 Championship games. Were beaten 2-0 at home to Blackburn last weekend. At home, had 1 shot on target to Blackburn 7. So you're losing 2-0 at home to Blackburn. Things aren't going too well. Luke Freeman struggling. A lot of the players who sort of were so instrumental last season are struggling. I think 6-4 quotes on Huddersfield are quite fair, and I think they're going in the right direction.
Yeah, it's a trendy appointment, isn't it? A trendy appointment, this David Wagner, isn't it? Yeah, and that's, of course, that's what the treat at Brentford this season, isn't it? Anyway, game 2, were League One Peterborough, who a great team back in the overs and BTS, etc. Maybe that's the route you're taking, I don't know. They're home to Shrewsbury. League One on Saturday, what's the play, Mark?
Kind of Peterborough to win and over 2.5 goals here. It's 8-5 rather than Peterborough about 10-11, and if you want to take the match odds, which is an exceptional price anyway. But I wanted to boost it because I'm just going to reel off a few stats here. You don't really need too much explanation. The Wesley effect is just been absolutely incredible, really. 10 wins, 1 draw, 3 defeats, 39 goals, 18 against. Just 5 clean sheets. They've scored at least twice in 13 of 14. They've won by 2 goals or more in 7 of those. Average goals per game, Peterborough getting 2.78. Average shots per game, 19, 7.71 on target per game. Average total goals in Peterborough games under Wesley, 4.07. Interestingly as well, the top scoring side in League One has actually won a division in 4 of the last 10 years, been promoted in 7 of the last 10. Posh are up to 6th place now, just 6 points off the top 2. They've won all 8 of their games against teams in 14th and below by an aggregate score of 27-7. Last weekend against Luton in the FA Cup, absolutely demolished them. I think there's 35 shots in that game, 67% possession as well. There's not too much else to say. They've won 6 on the spin. Wesley's up for Manager of the Month. And sorry, Jermaine Anderson as well, Player of the Month as well. I just can't see it stopping this weekend. Shrewsbury, the visitors, drew 0-0 at Grimsby on Monday night in the FA Cup. Only 5 clubs are averaging fewer shots than Shrewsbury in League One this season. I can see Peterborough easily winning this 3-0, 2-1, 4-2, whatever.
I thought the Wesley bubble had burst, not Peterborough, but correct me if I'm wrong, but he went back to Stevens, didn't he work out?
Took them to the playoffs.
Took them to the playoffs and then
left him. They ditched him pretty much.
Peterborough, and he's done really well at Peterborough. And the final game, a game involving 2 sides to the south, 2 unglamorous sides to the south. Crawley against Dagenham and Redbridge. What is your bet?
This is quite stats heavy as well, but both teams' score here is 5-6. Crawley's initial surge of 6 wins, 1 draw and 2 defeats kind of ended with 2 back-to-back defeats. They rose from 23rd to 14th. Things were looking really good, and Northampton and Carlisle turned them over in the last 2 weeks. Mark Yates' men down to 17th, but they've been scoring loads of goals. They failed to score in 5 of their first 9, but since then they've scored in each of the last 11 in the league. 9 of which have seen both teams to score pay out as well. When you've got a player like Reece Murphy up front, far too good for League Two, you're always in with a chance of scoring, and they should score against Dagenham, of course, who are just really struggling at the moment. Dagenham fans really angry, irate about last weekend's FA Cup result and the way things are going under Wayne Burnett, but impressively they've got a really good scoring record when they go away from home. Under Burnett in League Two, they've scored in 44 of 56 away games under Burnett now. 36 of those had both teams to score. That's a 64% success rate for this. It's happened in 7 of their 10 away games already this season. I reckon they can score a goal. Crawley, they're not the strongest in defence, but at the same time, there's no chance in them keeping their clean sheet. So 5 to 6, I think it's a decent price.
5 to 6, yeah, I like that. Let's hope Carlisle win at the weekend. I think everyone will echo those sentiments. It's the first time I've ever watched Carlisle win, to be honest. I think it's local rivals, if you like, but yeah, no, horrible scenes up there, and I just hope it gets sorted for the next couple of weeks because I'm going back up the road.
It's incredible, really. Morecambe playing the JPT on Tuesday night. Just reading the pre-match build-up to that, and they've not had anywhere to train. Players have been out without power at their houses, can't get out in and out of their towns. It's crazy stuff.
It's awful. Anyway, enjoy Winter Wonderland. Enjoy Italy. And yeah, I'll see you in 2016.
Will do, yeah.
Where hopefully we've got a better location to film than this
corridor.
Yeah, a corridor, the echoes and people walk past. Anyway, Merry Christmas. We'll try and do some sort of video, not individually, but if we don't see, have a great Christmas.